Welcome to the Kind of Nerdy Girls podcast. Fandom, fun, funny.
Kind of Nerdy Girls podcast.
Hey there, my kind of nerdy friends. I am so excited to bring you this interview with one of my favorites from the 80s, RATT. Stephen Pearcy, the lead singer. Now, even if you're like, I don't know RATT other than that GEICO commercial, guess what? We talk about that. We talk about life with cassettes and life without concerts for the last year. Stephen had an interesting take on that. Thank you to everybody who submitted questions. He even answers the question, why are there two T's in RATT? And that is an interesting story. Here we go. Joining the Kinda Nerdy Girls from the legendary rock band RATT, it is Stephen Pearcy. Hello, Stephen.
How are you?
I'm so good. Welcome to the show. I am a huge fan, and I have a lot of fellow RATT fans who are excited to have you not only here with us on the Kind of Nerdy Girls, but we know that you just did a live stream concert that was awesome that we can watch as well. If you don't mind, I'd like to get right to the questions because we have so many great RATT fans who want to ask you things today.
Sure.
Thought it was funny. The first question that popped up, I've never really thought about this, but John said, I've always wondered why there are two T's in RATT.
When I came up with the name Mickey Rat, it happened to be from a R-rated comic strip of this rat character called Mickey Rat. And, you know, just for legal reasons, I called the guy, and it was amazing. I got a hold of him. He did those Zap comics and all that back in the hippy dippy days.
Oh, yeah.
And I told him, hey, I got this band, Mickey Rat. Do you mind if I use it? And he's like, well, no. I go, well, I'm going to add another T. When I moved to L.A. in 1980, I started thinking about, well, I think it's time to, just call the band RATT. So that's how that came about.
Wow. That's a great story. See, this is why I like to turn it over to our listeners, because they always come up with the questions that make these interviews so much fun. You mentioned something about Hippy Dippy, and Tom actually wanted to know what it was like to play a bit of a hippie in Camp Utopia, which he says is one of his favorite guilty pleasure slasher movies of all time.
That was a very strange period in my life. The producer director said, do you want to do a part in this? Do you want to act? And I'm like, well, I'm not in the best mind frame, but sure, I guess, And I just took it on. I just literally he's like, this is what you're going to do. You're going to be this killer guy. You're going to give them acid. You're going to chop them up. And, So I just kind of went with it. I didn't really take it seriously.
But some of those gigs are the best, right? When you're like, well, I guess this is what I'm doing right now. I'm just going to have fun with it.
Yeah, I mean, they try to get me to get, there's this one scene in there to where, this girl's like sitting on me and they're like, we want you naked and stuff. I'm like, you're out of your mind, Jesus Christ. I was supposed to just give you songs, Now I'm acting in this thing,
So it didn't take you down a path where you thought you wanted to do more horror films, is what you're saying.
Yeah, right. I kind of put the kibosh on that.
All right. Well, Stephen, we are excited to, have that light at the end of the tunnel where things are opening up, and we look forward for the opportunity to see you again on tour soon.
Yeah, great. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. And by the way, yesterday was the 37th year anniversary of the release of Out of the Cellar. So it's a good week.
Are you kidding me? Stephen,
yeah, it's a good week. Yeah.
That is still, I have one little cassette. Remember the folders that we kept all our cassettes in? And that is one that I have hung on to Because I pop it in the car and roll the windows down and play that entire album, both side A and side B. I mean, people just don't do that like they used to.
Yeah, you're right. That's what I like about, what we do over here. We're back to basics. We always have been. We like the approach of, getting down and dirty with our fans, street level, and that's where we're going to take this show. We want to, have a good time, bring it close, and soon enough the doors will open. We'll get out there and start kicking some ass again.
And any chance you're going to tell us who this secret special guest is?
It's probably a rodent.
I love it. Well, since we had the GEICO commercial, we know what to do about that.
Yeah, right? There you go. And thanks to that commercial, Round and Round reached the top 20 again. So it's been a good, indifferent kind of a year,
Have a great week, and we hope to see you on tour in person again soon.
And thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. A pleasure to talk with you, Stephen. Take care.
Join the Nerdy Girls Podcast.
The Kind of Nerdy Girls are proud to be a part of the Just What I Needed network, and we certainly hope we were just what you needed. To support the show, you can get yourself some merch and show off that you are kind of nerdy. Go to kindofnerdygirls.com and click on the Kind of Nerdy shop. And while you're there, you can also support the show by getting access to behind-the-scenes footage, videos of our podcast, and never-before-heard episodes from our classic Kind of Nerdy vault. Just become a patron at kindofnerdygirls.com.